Oh boy. Happy Sabbath. One more time, gentlemen.
Man, we
Whew.
said happy Sabbath, man, about
What,
20
15
times now,
times
man.
already? Yeah, my
it's kind of
goodness.
it's kind of like at church, man. Everybody gets up and it's like happy Sabbath,
Happy
happy
Sabbath. Happy
Sabbath, happy
Sabbath.
Sabbath.
Yeah, for those of you that may be joining us this afternoon, we say thank you so very much for doing so. We have had a couple of technical difficulties in getting the stream going on today,
Mhm.
but here we are. It looks like this one's going to stay for a minute. We kept getting
Okay, all
error
right.
messages. We've got 9
Well,
viewers
listen, man.
so far.
Listen, they said the seven. There's something about the number seven, right?
7. Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know how many times we started over again, but you know what? The show that we had today, the program that we had today, wow, it
Yeah.
it was going to be amazing. But guess what? By God's grace, we're going to have another opportunity to do this. When are we going to do this again, Pastor Wade?
We're gonna do this. I don't know. It was God's divine. Our two guests, they offered to do it next week.
Hey, can I give them a heads up? Can I give them a little preview?
Listen,
Give them a
On the
preview,
previous
man.
screen. All right. Listen, you guys. And by the way, we are. If you're out there, say hello. We want to know that you're there. Yeah, this was that countdown. There's no names, so can we give something to the folk who know these names? If you know the names of the people that you're going to see in this countdown screen, never mind the countdown. We're going to switch screens for a quick second. We want you to type them in the chat. We're going to give you about a 10-second
And the proper
view.
spelling. The proper
mercy.
spelling.
Okay.
The proper
All right.
spelling. There you go.
All right, here we go. Who are these men on the left side? All right, that was your 10 seconds. What you guys got?
Did I answer? No, I'm just
No. Yes, so we were very excited to have both of those gentlemen with us today. They were here, they were in place, they were waiting, they were ready to roll. But they're going to be with us on next week. I'm still waiting. I don't see anybody in the chat. I mean,
listen.
typing the names. I see Monique is in the chat from
Listen.
London in the UK.
Pastor Paul, they said the ship has sailed, man. That's what they
Ship
said.
is sailed. Ship is sailed.
That's what they said. So wait,
Sabbath
so I know it's got
things to do, places to go.
I know you're going to tell us. I mean, I guess you're going to give us a preview who's going to be at the table next week. But Pastor Wade was going to tell us, I think, what we were going to talk about this week, and I guess he's going to let us know when we're going to have that conversation. Pastor Wade, talk to us, man.
What was on the menu? Today's menu, which will be our feature for next week. We were going to talk about that thing where it says evil. The root of all evil.
Oh,
But we
mercy.
already know it's really the love of it is the root of all evil. We were going to talk about finances, church finances, tithing, offering, things like that, policy, no policy, things that you had in your heart that you shared with your pastors and your friends, and you've had around the lunch table or the Sabbath lunch table. We wanted to deal with that today, but we will deal with it next week.
All right, next week. So that was on the table, just like on Thursday. I know that many of you who are watching right now, you had a lot of stuff on the table. You had your turkey, you had your dinner roast, you had your all kinds of curry goat. You had stuff on the table. But Pastor Paul, now who is going to be at the table by God's grace talking about this subject?
Listen, you can have whatever you want on the table, but what really makes the event is who's at the table.
Who's at the table? That's right.
And so we were blessed, or are going to be blessed next week, with having Elder Paul A. Douglas, the treasurer of the General Conference, is going to be with us. I know somebody's going to pull that carry goat. I see you, John. But Paul A. Douglas, the general, this is
Wow.
the CFO of the General Conference of the World Church. We spent some time together with him last night and this morning, or this afternoon rather, and then none other than John, Dion. Let me let you, because this is your mentor, your teacher. He's my guy. But
Yes,
go
yes.
ahead.
Listen, well, look.
Who else is at the table, Doc?
Let me tell you something. He, in fact, he was our Greek teacher, Pastor Paul.
Yours.
He
I
taught us
didn't
some
have
Greek.
him for Greek.
Oh, you haven't? Oh,
I
okay.
didn't.
Well, let me tell you something. I had him for Greek, and just a scholar. We could say all of the accomplishments that the Lord has allowed him to do and to reach. But we're going to have, and he's a returning guest, by the way.
Right.
I think he's been here, 2 times already.
Yeah, he is a PRT alum.
That's right. And we're going to have Dr. Keith Burton. Dr. Keith Burton
in
will
the
be here.
house.
So,
Yeah.
we're going to get some good food with these 2 giants of the faith.
Yeah.
So next week's going to be good.
And we may have an extra special guest, another guest next week. We'll
Okay.
see.
We'll see.
But
anytime you have a fellowship dinner, you're always you have to account for the 1 or 2 that's going to come in, right?
Just gonna come in anyway. Yeah. Listen, we to have this discussion about tithing, some of us saw that clip and heard about our boy. I'm sorry, should say our boy, Creflo Dollar, and he came out and said,
I was wondering what you were hiding from us.
Stop it. But he came out with some stuff. He put some stuff down a couple months back. About tithing and about whether or not it is biblical or applicable to the New Testament church. And as I watched my social media feeds, I saw that it raised a whole lot of very interesting discussion. And so, we're going to be looking at it, trying to figure out, is tithing even relevant anymore? That's going to be part of that discussion. Is it still biblical as it was before? And then the thing about what actually happens with tithe money. I know a lot of people have issues and concerns with that. So when you return your tithe, where does it go? What does it do? And we are very anxious to hear your questions and your input on this discussion. Hey, look who is in the chat.
Yeah. Listen, guys, y'all know the journey. I shared this with you this week. Mom came up from Trinidad. Last week my son graduated from with his master's. We were celebrating as a family, and then she took ill. And I'm not going to say what the issue is, but she took ill. But praise God, she's doing well. She was hospitalized, or is hospitalized, and she wanted to make sure that she was still on for Pastor's Roundtable. So we had to make sure she had her tablet ready, and she was there. Matter of fact, I think the problems we were having was because she was not going to be there at the beginning. So the Lord delayed it. The Lord
so
delayed
that Mama
it.
Patch could be here. Boy, look at
I love it.
So good to have you. Just the fact that you put something in the chat lets me know you're doing even better. So just keep getting better. We're going to be back. We're going to be over there in a little bit, Mom, to hang with you. But thank you for putting that in to let us know you're doing all right.
And we love you, and we are praying for you and hoping that you get well and stronger and everything that you need to be. God's going to take care of you. Thank you so much for being with us, Sister Patrick. This makes our day.
And listen, I do want to say to Mama Wade, Mama Pat, listen, thank you so much for the gift. Pastor Wade gave me that little gift. So thank you. I appreciate you. And we love you so much.
All right.
We will see you by God's grace.
We're going to have to talk about that, Dr. Henry.
We have yours. You got yours.
Okay.
We got you covered, Pastor Paul. Don't worry about it. We got you, man. We got you.
All right. Well, listen.
Listen,
what else do we need to share, guys?
What we need to share with our viewers. If you have a question, seeing that we had to delay, if you have a question, you want to get it into the lineup, email us at Pastors Roundtable. At Pastors Roundtable, email us, put it in the chat. Just share it with us. We will definitely weigh it and put it in the lineup.
Throw it
and
on the
we
page.
ask
Yep.
the question.
Yeah. Listen, those of you who have not, oh, by the way, Southeastern Conference, I think we are streaming to SEC TV. We're always excited, delighted to have Southeastern Conference with us. This is my home conference. I think this is this is Dion's home conference. Isn't it interesting the
Yes,
music
sir.
ended there? No, stop. But Southeastern, we are always excited to have you at the
Definitely.
table as well. I think we may be even streaming to South Central Conference. South Central, this is another home for all of us here. Home for Oakwood. You know, we spend time there on Oakwood's campus. They're the part of the heart between Nashville and Huntsville of South Central Conference. So we extend our greetings and warm greetings to those in that field. Couple things we want to remind you to do before we stop our stream today. We are still trying to build that YouTube audience. For those of you who have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, we invite you to do so. It just takes one little tiny click. If you've gone onto the YouTube page, go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell so that you'll get reminders of whenever we are getting ready to go live or any content that we put up on the site that's not a part of the Sabbath afternoon stream. Some of you may recall that that we have done within the last couple of weeks, we did a Friday night live. The Friday night live was very interesting. Great discussion with the president of the Northeastern Conference. If you have not seen that discussion on public evangelism specifically going forward, we want you to go ahead and go to the YouTube channel, check out that discussion that we had with the president there, the good man, the good doctor. You do not want to miss that discussion. So go ahead and click that. What else, Raj?
Well, we want you to know, if you're still excited about Pastors Roundtable like we are, you are always welcome to support us. Go to the bottom of our website, prt.live, hit the support page, or we have the new tab, the merch tab. And you can go on the merch tab and support Pastors Roundtable that way also. Now, Pastor Paul is laughing because in his mind, the sun is high in the sky. And I know for some of us, but somewhere in this, sometime when you're watching it, it will not be Sabbath, and you're welcome to do that. And I would not be with you, so it may as well I tell you now. So make sure you can support via the merch tab or by the support tab.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah.
After
the Sabbath,
after the Sabbath. Yeah, listen, man.
Yeah.
And watch this. We will even do a show during the week or so, and kind of let you know how to support us, what to do, and be blessed. Because this program, again, is to get information out so that we can be better equipped to be evangelists for Christ. By the way, I was thinking about this. I know we're about to end pretty soon, but so much has happened since we started this program. And there are a lot of viewers, I believe they have like a testimony on how this ministry impacted them and their leadership in the church, both in different places. So we got to have a show on that, gentlemen, to get some of these individuals here to let us know how this program, this ministry, has impacted their ministry. So if you want to support Pastors Riley, continue to pray for us, watch us, share the feed when we're on live. And I just believe people will be blessed by the information that is shared on this program.
It's funny when you think back, that this is, the Lord has just blessed Pastors Roundtable through the past 3 years. Man, 3 years? Has that been that long? 2 years and change. He's blessed us to just have some phenomenal guests. We can go back through, some of the discussions and just powerful men and women of God who've come and just shared from their heart so many things about the potential and the future of this church and the message that God has for us to share. And it's just an awesome thing when we hear the stories. I wish that all of you could come and sit sometimes behind the scenes. You know, you guys get these conversations in the live feeds, but some of the stuff that we get to hear and share, not share, but we get to benefit from as host is some of the that what we call the after party once we've gone off air. And sometimes we've spent Dr. Henry, sometimes we've spent up to an hour extra just talking with our guest, and they've just been pouring into us and showing stuff. One of these days we're going to have to air the after party and let folk see that discussion. Matter of fact, join the group. If you haven't joined the Facebook group, that's a private group, but you can go and search not the page on Facebook, but the group. Maybe one of these days what we'll do is we'll do a live stream of the after party in the group. And so if you want to come in and get to see some of that discussion, I guarantee you'll be blown away by some of the stuff that we get to hear in that context. All right.
All right. Sister Monique, I just want you to know I'm agreeing with you, and we hope you won't fly the Spirit Airlines, but we'll listen to the Spirit and get you here and have you be a part.
That's right.
My Lord.
That is right.
Matter of fact, I see Pastor John Mills gave us our cue that if you want to put your testimony in video and send it to Pastor's Roundtable, that is something you can do too.
Hey, and, I like that idea.
To the program, and you would want to make sure that happens. So. So just do that and get in touch with us, and we'll be happy to get your video and work with it.
No, that's good. I like that. I like that. Very good.
All right. Anything else, gentlemen, that we need to share?
Well, listen, my stomach is like saying, "Hey, it's time."
Your stomach
it was willing to wait. It was willing to wait if we had a show happen.
I know. That was show. Listen, there would have been so much adrenaline just flowing through my body with the show, man. I would have been forget about food, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And now what it forgot, it has remembered.
Yeah.
Well, look, I miss hanging out with the folk, man. I'm having a hard time clicking the end button.
Listen, before we hit the end button, to our viewers, thank you so much. Listen, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving on Thursday, a family time. I know Sabbath, for us, it's just Thursday, but we get another time on Saturday. We get a redo on Sabbath, around the table, Sabbath time. So I hope that you are enjoying your redo today. Or some of you may have already done that, like Monique. But no, they're out of the country, so it may not be the same. But some of you are doing a redo today. I pray that it has been a blessing, and I look forward to seeing you next week here at Pastor's Roundtable.
Oh, wait, no,
Okay.
not yet. Okay.
And man, he was flowing. Listen, wait a minute, Pastor Paul. This man was flowing. This man was flowing, man. He was like the radio guy, man.
He was there. My bad.
You said you weren't sure how to do it, so I said, let me do it for you.
He was working it, man.
And that quick, I forgot how to do it again. That quick. Listen. Here's the thing. So we had an idea. We talked about it briefly. I'd like to throw it at our audience. So we've been contemplating another piece of Pastor's Roundtable, another segment, and we want to know what you guys think about us doing a little news segment. Just a little Adventist news stuff that's going on around Adventism that we like to, stuff that we know or that we heard, we know is in the pipe, but we want to make you aware of. We heard, and I saw this on Kirk Nugent's program. He does this little news spot, and I was like, hey, that's a good spot. Some of you know that Kirk Nugent we can actually say now Pastor Kirk Nugent is the very first that we're aware of media pastor within the regional conference work at the Oakwood University Church there. Those are some things that's news. It was news. He was introduced on last Sabbath. We're very curious and interested to see how that's going to pan out. When we hear other things, Pastor Dr. Henry, give me an example, something that may be of interest to our audience.
Well, listen, I want to say this. Pastor Deblier Snell is doing an awesome job. Gratitude Project.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He's doing some cutting edge stuff. And I think that what he's doing in ministry ought to be highlighted. We ought to support that because it's winning people to Christ, is allowing people to share their story and their testimony, be a part of this movement. So that's a great, to me, I think it's something noteworthy to share. And then we have some of the individuals who are pastoring who are now in the conference office, I think, that need to highlight as well. Pastor John Nixon and others. And, so there's some creative things going on. Creative things going on throughout our field. And it'll be good to give people just a note on what's happening within our denomination.
Can I piggyback that a little bit, Pastor Wade? Just that Gratitude Project. Man, I watched that thing yesterday. That was so well done, well put together. I loved the analogy of the baking thing and it was just, if you have not seen the Gratitude Project, we want you to go and check that out. I do believe that it is still up on YouTube.
It's still up on YouTube, yes.
And is that going to be what? That's the Breath of Life channel?
The Breath of Life YouTube channel. The Breath of Life
YouTube channel. Man, go check that out. That was just
and they also, I think it's happening as we speak. They're doing a kind of a discussion, after party kind of discussion today.
That's right. Like a director's cut type of thing.
One of the things I liked about it, it was done in a way that you can now take that and share that with your network and your friends. Yeah. So that was an awesome idea to do and prepare and to share. It's like you come into the Thanksgiving table with your dish. Loved it. Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So Monique asked about where we can send our recorded testimonies. Email it to the pastors, PASTORSRT @gmail.com. The pastors RT at gmail.com. And we will curate them and get them prepped for our presentation.
And if your file happens to be just too large to send all in one email, then there are things like
WeTransfer.
Or actually, if you let us know it's too big, let me just put it in the email, and we will give you a link that you can use to send it.
Yeah, that'll work. Good. All right, I'm done, guys. I'm good.
Pass away.
Okay. We stop. All right. Again, to my two hosts, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you had a great time with Thanksgiving on Thursday, and I know you are having seconds on today.
Yes.
That's the gospel.
Listen, I have to hurry up before Michael. Michael and Hannah, they're down from college, and see.
Hey, you got to learn how to put that parent stash away, brother. That parent stash goes in the back underneath the Brussels sprouts. So
I wish I was able to do that, but some of you heard that I had to rush to Atlanta to be with my mom. So I'm missing the seconds of Thanksgiving. But I know my wife. She's going to put some aside because she knows what I like. She's a good wife. She's a good wife.
Stuff.
And if she's listening now, she knows what to do. Come on now.
Right.
She's been called out in public. Mercy.
To my two guests, to my two hosts, thank you so much for being here and sharing this Thanksgiving with us. And to our viewers, thank you again. Pray that you had a great Thanksgiving day on Thursday. And for those on Sabbath today who are having the seconds, may God make it doubly blessing. Where we here at Pastors Roundtable, we thank you for joining us here at Pastors Roundtable, where we together make ministry relevant,
resourced,
and real. God bless.
Take care, everybody.